by this trade. I mean, he played such a big part there. He was the last guy I expected them to move.
Yeah, but if you're going to make a move, this is when you want to do it. When a guy has basically lifted his seat. And so now it creates some other opportunities for some of your younger players. We'll just have to see how that transition plays out and how those new pieces fit.
A look at the opening lineup for
Oh my God, Dorito.
He's in a point guard. He's out there with Etwan Moore, and it's Patterson
Dude, I
in the
it
power forward position. Now here's Ellis. Pass to Capella. Back to Ellis. Takes it from 10. It doesn't go either for Ellis. On defense, Houston, they're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game.
Oh, God.
But they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those Mississippi strikes clearly had.
Hey, dude. Dude, did you hear me? Dude. I said I started a YouTube video. I know, right? Dude, no one can stop it. Dude, what school do you go to? Huh? MLG.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que
Bro, that's not fair. That's not fair. But at least you got out of school, dude. That's a little bit exciting. At least you got out of school. Alright. Yeah, invite me. No, just invite me. Tavion King Boy or True Panda. It's Tavion King Boy or True Panda. Bro. Alright, go ahead. I'll try to join. Oh, I'll be back. Oh, gosh. I'm lazy too. I don't want to join, bro. I don't want to try to join action. Too lazy, man. Too lazy. But is any of my other friends have a party? Are in a party? I want to see if they're in the party first before I join them. I actually forgot his gamer tag. I'm stupid, bro. Let's go with MG for a second. Let's see if he has a party that he's in. Is he in a party? Let me see if he's in a party or not. Wow. Don't worry. Is he in a party at all? MG. Oh, God. Wait, go back. If he's in this party. Okay. Can I join? Hopefully it's not private. And freaky MJ. Okay. Alright. Let's go to his party. Let's see. Fuck, keep doing it. Not. Alright. Ooh, bro.
She rep HBK over everything. Married to the game with the wedding rag. Everybody try to duplicate. We just innovate. Young and making plenty cake. Get my straight. I'm a heartbreak vet. Being broke, what I can't accept. I'ma hold it down to the death. No Reeboks, cause it's all about a check. Bet $1 million that your man ain't like this. Cause I stack my chips. I'm on my grind. Mind on money, money on my mind. So if you in the way, I'll run you over. It's the heartbreak army, I'm a soldier. Huh?
You gonna talk or you gonna get on? I can't.
Ain't nothing changed with the name on the check. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I don't know about y'all, but I'll die about respect. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I'ma live in the meantime. Haters telling me to chill cause they need time. Rest in peace, it's the G-A-N-G. Hate on me cause we ain't leave the seat vacant. We taking the R.A.P. game to a new place. I swear that we got this tied like a shoelace for real. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing, love my squad.
Oh yeah, I love that jersey.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Yeah, you don't know who I have on my team. One of a kind. 99 overall. Yep. 99 overall. Yeah. Get your ugly tail out of here, boy. Yeah.
About time for anyone telling you off for all
35 is my guy. Okay. Alright, who's gonna be on there?
the roaring thunder stopped and cold to read. I get mine and make no excuses, waste of precious breath. The sun shines on everyone. LA got the people saying.
A beautiful view here of the rapid developments in City Place on the shores of Toronto Harbor. We're in the place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. We've got Russell Westbrook. Jonas Valanciunas is out there at Draymond Green. Then there's Anthony Morrow. And it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green, might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, you know.
I get it.
Undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
There's the steal. Here's Haston. No good. Great D that time from Green. Morrow kicks to Westbrook. Releases from 15. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's his first foul. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Haston. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, it's just not a lot the defense can do.
And stolen by Booker. Now the Raptors moving it up. And he throws it down hard.
That almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Here's Thompson, the kick out to Westbrook. Here's Green, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
You know, the Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Stolen by Thompson.
Oh, my God, bro.
Westbrook passes to Valanciunas. Can't cash in from close range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt. Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And here's Morrow outside. The shot misses. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Ellis. And he drops it in from the low post. Ellis has got his first 2 points.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. And the game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, he knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Mavericks checked in for Curry. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Biombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Andre Robertson comes in for Anthony Morrow. Corey Joseph's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Russell Westbrook.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And the dunk by Booker.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Joseph dishes to Biombo. And Joseph gets to Biombo. That three off the mark.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Another shot and another basket for Toronto.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And the basket good. And that's now 6 points for Draymond Green. Toronto leading by 4. Maverick passes to Cowboy. Here's Kirk. Alley-oop try. Lowry. Shot is off. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Toronto right now, they've got Terrence Ross. Curry is out there with Powell. Then it's Damari Carroll, and it's Cowboy in at the center filling out the middle. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate at top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Yeah, but you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Here's Cowboy to the left side wing. And the pass to Kirk. No good on the triple. They get a hand on it. Thunder trailing by 4. Lowry from outside. Here's Biombo. Makes it off the glass. Biombo's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Thunder. Here's Kirk, and that one is stuffed right through.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Thompson with it, picked up by Ellis. Over to the wing. Morrill kicks to Valanciunas. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Toronto calls timeout. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Screen by Valanciunas. On Boss. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Pass to Biombo. Right wing. With the shot. And it's Westbrook missing.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
And he gets it to go.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Tipped away. At the elbow, Westbrook. Lets it go from 11, and it's Westbrook again missing.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
Thunder trailing by 7. They need this, and Cowboy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball. It's tipped. Morrow dishes to Valanciunas. Thompson for the triple. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without a big free agent signing and spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, for that matter.
Green is checked in for Oklahoma City.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good looking change too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with the new.
And Toronto making a change here. Powell's checked in.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
DeMarre Carroll's checked in for Toronto. Roberson, he's checked in for Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back to a game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Toronto calls timeout. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Ellis is checked in for DeMarre Carroll. The Mavericks subbed in for Powell. Toronto leading by 6.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunked so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And it's good.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Here's Kirk. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Biyombo.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little chemistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Roberson gets the bucket.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Ellis wide open. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Joseph kicks to Biyombo. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settle.
Booker, he's checked in for buckets. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And he sinks the second. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Here's Joseph. And it's blocked by Curry. Fast break Toronto. Here's Booker. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the tee shot.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Both free throws good from Booker.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
They kick it out to Green, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Here's Kirk. A three-pointer is right on target. Mavericks got 18 points in the game.
Yet another three for him, Kevin. He's really been draining them here in the second.
Hey, Kevin, well, Coach.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
The bulk of their offense, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
The second half just about to get going here.
He gets the ball first.
No slowing him down, just some... Incredible numbers for Maverick. 18 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Russell Westbrook out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Green. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Morrow in at the 3 slot.
Get that out of here.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Stolen by Thompson.
You've got to be sure that you can get it there in time and crisply.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
3 points, Tornadoes.
And the wide open shot from Green. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Green's got 10 points.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late. Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game.
In the Western playoffs, just it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, for a long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? A playoff drop is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that. So you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally. Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset.
Nope. Yep, nothing's on.
For his team. And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Thunder trailing by 17. Thompson passes to Green. Fires for 3, and Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Green. And that's 11 points for Klay Thompson. Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Toronto calls timeout.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best 2-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
And the Thunder with some changes. Mitch McGary comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Foy in for Anthony Morrow. Raptors leading by 14. Here's
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Hey, guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Powell, he's jacked in for buckets.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Thompson. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. He may have to himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. And how's that for some ups coming from that one.
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
The Thunder have missed out on some chances at the line today. 0-6 of 11.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
The Raptors making a switch here. Carroll's checked in.
And for Russell Westbrook, a quick effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
Toronto calls timeout. Greg, in the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart, his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, it's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
Thompson with the bucket.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. And he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
Here's Ryan. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Ryan.
Buckets got
go.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense. And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Thompson misses.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Puts up the baby hook. Here's Kirk. And again, Toronto no luck.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Biombo, he's checked in for Collison. Collison comes in for Andy Ford. Joseph, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Russell Westbrook. And Lowry gets it to go.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the quality of that three-point shot attempt was there, going at it the way they did, it all worked out for him. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Here's Kirk. 24 points for him. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And so he hits both.
I know I'm going to make it. I want to get my guy down there.
5 seconds left to play here in the third. The three from Morrow, and released it in time. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
Oh, my guys are too good. Let's go, Curry.
Toronto leading by 20. Booker out there with DeMarre Carroll. Then it's Cowboy. Then it's Curry. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Here's Valanciunas. Kept alive. Here's Biombo. The free throw drops for Biyombo. And guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
And the Raptors call time here.
Devin Booker out. Well, you're definitely not staying.
Some changes for Toronto. Buckets. He's checked in for Damari Carroll. Ellis comes in. The Mavericks subbed in for Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Buckets with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Joseph. Valanciunas dishes to Biyombo, and he gets it to go.
Talking about Bismack Biyombo, he entered the league as an extremely raw prospect. Was the 7th pick in 2011. His shot and general awareness were the biggest concerns. But last season, he shot over 60% from the floor. The 2 seasons before that was only 45%.
Here's the screen. Morrow, no good.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And getting back to Biyombo for a moment, he has the potential for a breakout year. I mean, all the physical tools you would want. He's seen enough of the game. He's worked on those skills. Now it's time to just put it all together and become the player your potential dictates.
Second team foul. Going this way, going that way, going this way.
About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. The drive by Ellis. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Thompson.
He power surged that one down.
Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Thunder trailing by 21. And Westbrook, here we go. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1. Good game for Westbrook. 13 points and also 3 nice steals. Good contribution for him offensively with the assist and also making some nice steals.
You know what, Clark, you're right on the money with that. He's been just as creative as he has been disruptive. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to put, and then excellent execution.
Here's Haston, and again, Toronto with a triple.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
And it's Green missing.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Oh, my God.
Now the dish to Valanciunas.
Give me that ball.
Now the Raptors moving it up. And that basket's going to count. That's the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Curry's checked in for the Raptors. 4-3, Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss. The Raptors have gone 5 of 8 shooting. We've come down the home stretch in this final. And the dunk by Booker.
And I tell you what, nobody willing to put a stop to that slide.
Break for the defense. That was a case of stand back, watch the show, buckle up.
And I don't blame them. They weren't going to be able to do anything about that one anyway. So discretion, the better part of valor there.
They get it again. Outside for Curry. The feed to Ellis. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Ellis has got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
From Team Morrow, Toronto grabs the miss.
really tough for this group right now.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser.
It don't matter anymore.
Crowd pleasers.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Thompson, he's checked in for Cowboys. Tamari Carroll comes in for Bucks. Terrence Ross is checked in for Booker. And it's Wright in for Ellis. And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Collison comes in for Draymond Green. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Andre Robertson in for Klay Thompson.
102.
And after an exceptional first 2 years in the league, Jason Thompson has really declined. He averaged 12 points and 8 boards over those first 2 seasons. But last year, that plummeted all the way down to 6 and 6. So his arrow's definitely been pointing in the wrong direction.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, getting back to Thompson, as Greg was just talking about him, he's a big guy, durable, good interior defender. Clark, but he really struggles on the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, 20 years ago, his rugged style of inside play would have worked. But nowadays, his lack of a consistent shot and below average range are really counterproductive.
Here's Roberson. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Kirk, and he jams into the board.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and the wrist breaker.
Outrageous, guys.
Here's Joseph. No good with the triple. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other one tonight. Spirited performance. Really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to him.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this.
You don't know.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Here's Roberson. Off target from three-point range. Ellis goes in. Here's Kirk. Nice team from Singler. Ellis, the pass to Kirk. It's taken away by Collison.
Dang it, I almost had that.
Singler for three, and he gets it to go.
Got it.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kirk. Coming down hard with both hands.
I get it. Too good for y'all.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Down low, McGarry kicks to Joseph. Just 4 to shoot. Fires from the line. No.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team. Clark by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Too easy. I'll play you in black. Yeah,
thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan player of the game.
Who is it?
Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
All right. 35 points.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA.
Hey, boys, beat y'all butt so bad.
We ain't no nitpicking cheat, baby.
They ain't cheat. We're just simply the better team.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the land. Oakland, Los Angeles. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, keep them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I never went nowhere. What they saying, Ludacris back. Blame it on that. The hood call it ludic. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like go. My verses still be serving tight like a million. This last time on a college.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Get it, one at a time. Get your booty out of here, bro.
I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same life. I want you to know that I'm all yours.
We'll just have those 35, one at a time. All these guys are
and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fraction. Me down, pulls me down low. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies, I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me, we're the same force. I want you to know that it's our time.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto as the Raptors look to work their home court advantage. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Will be the Raptors off the tip. Ellis with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Cowboy passes to Ellis. Here's Kirk. Thompson. With the rebound. Toronto on defense.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving at the point guard. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
Dishes it to Love. No one near Smith as he lets it go. That ball's great assist by Love.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Ellis, that's good.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Greg. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that three of his own.
LeBron, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Jumps up, flushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Curry gets the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Irving attacking, and Thompson kicks to Love. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Curry. Boom, he shoots it straight down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Shot clock at 6. The drive by Ellis. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Smith kicks to Love. Second shot opportunity. Thompson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And that puts back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Buckets. He's checked in for Cowboy. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
No good from Booker.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Toronto with the ball, trailing by 5. So it's the Cavaliers now. The drive by James, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in, and the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Picked by Mozgov. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Fry. No good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Mozgov with the steal. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Raptors trail by 3. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Booker. Ryan. And the Raptors miss again.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. And here's Fry from the arc. Offensive rebound. Mozgov dishes to Fry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And, Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
Some changes for Toronto. Cowboys checked in for Powell. Booker comes in for DeMar Carroll. The Mavericks subbed in for Curry. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Here's Kirk. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And they'll keep possession. No good from Booker.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
James up top. The feed to Mozgov. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammates.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Cleveland ahead, leading by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
You got Maverick, Booker out there with buckets. Then it's Cowboy, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Booker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Powell kicks to Booker, passes it to Ryan. Shoots the 3. Good. Buckets got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Toronto.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Come on.
Outside Irving.
Thank you. Oh.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The pass to Ryan. And Toronto with the triple.
And started hot, and he's only.
Y'all thought y'all had took away from us, huh? Yeah, okay.
Kicks to Thompson. Smith for 3.
Nope.
They get the rebound. Another shot. Got a
Nope.
piece of
Can't
it.
get your old John back by 6 for 3.
One-on-one fast break.
Yes.
Booker the pass to
Yes, Bo.
Here's Powell. And again, Toronto with the triple. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Toronto calls timeout. And we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years. Now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch with the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
They recover. Well, wide open look for Love.
Oh,
that's
Love.
in, coming
Okay,
off the
Love.
assist from Thompson. Love's got his first 3 points of the game. Bryant. From downtown. Kicks it out to Ellis. For three.
Right. Answer back.
His third basket. He's missed only one
Yes,
shot.
I did.
What are they thinking?
No,
leaving
that
him with
means
all
he's
that
still
space
answer
out
back.
there?
Yes, it is.
Do they not know?
If you hit a
Have
three,
they
you still
not
answer
heard
back.
that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup.
That's
for
an
him.
answer back.
And the shot is good. The
That's a
Raptor
freaking
leader
answer
cut
back.
down
You better
by
lock
a
it down
single
like
point
that.
after the basket
You
from
better
Irving.
lock him down.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Pass to Ryan. It's taken away by Smith. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, okay.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Maverick passes to Booker.
Booker.
From deep three-point.
Rebound White. Rebound White. You ain't working me. You ain't working me. You ain't working me. You
Work him.
Kicks it out.
You ain't working me.
From downtown.
No.
Can't get it to go.
Don't even try to answer back.
Not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Fast break Toronto. Here's Kirk.
Yeet.
Booker dishes to Ellis. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Ellis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Cavs poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
We don't want Curry over
They
there.
did get that sweep. They lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. James comes in for Shumpert, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
What the
Out
heck?
of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And some changes here for the Raptors. Damari Carroll's checked in for Booker. Terrence Ross comes in for Buckets. And Curry subbed in for Maverick. Drive by James. Battles through traffic and lays
Stop
it
trying
in.
to put him in.
James has got 8 points.
Or did I tell you? We're not putting
And
Curry
for the
in.
Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't get the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Toronto calls timeout. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as fans. But you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home. He's home. Here's what Toronto's right now. Buckets. He's checked in for Ross. Booker comes in for Damari Carroll. The Mavericks subbed in for Curry. Now Smith, following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. And check out the bounce.
Look at that out of here. Got packed by 6'3".
Boy,
God.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you
try
what,
to cut to
it
that
reminds me
basket.
of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's Kirk. From deep.
Oh, baby! Buzzer beater!
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Yeah, okay.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They did give... And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of this.
Go ahead and whoop this butt. Go ahead and whoop this butt. Get it.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
Complete domination. What a game for buckets. He has 11 points. He's got a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him
a
little tighter.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at center. Curry. And he can't answer back to three-pointer offline.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
And here is Curry after J.R. Smith getting his three to go. A nice shot by Booker.
Only took him a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Smith. And Thompson kicks to Smith. And here's Love from the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Buckets. He's checked in for Toronto. Raptors trail by 3. This one for 3. Kirk, no good.
Boy, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the king.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable play.
Good point. James, no good. Toronto on 2-4 here to start the second half.
I'll show you what my center can do.
Here's Haston.
I'm going to show you what my center can do.
And now a 3-point Raptor lead. Irving from long range. Rebound by the Raptors.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. And Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. To the middle. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors.
Other center can do it.
He had a nice open look right there. 14 points for Buckets.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
Making threes.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks.
But you ain't getting a three-point battle anymore.
Out to Shumpert. Back to Mozgov. The dish to Thompson. Irving passes to Thompson. Down low. Feeds to Mozgov. To end the run. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
And speaking of LeBron's leadership, trying to will this Cavs team to a title, one of his greatest challenges.
And Kevin, the expectations are just so high. He may have had less talent around him in his first stint in Cleveland, but after winning titles, anything less seems like
not a center, man.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
Raptors leading by 5. Here's Kirk. And you can
and one.
Have a chance to make it.
And one.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Ross is checked in for the Raptors. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Kirk following the score by Cleveland. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul.
Oh,
the Raptors making a switch here. Curry's checked in.
I swear, stop putting Curry in. He sucks. That's a stupid Stephen Curry jump shot.
To play in the third. And it's off from three-point range.
You can't even make a mid-range jumper to upgrade him.
James dishes to Mozgov. Here's Shumpert. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his third rebound tonight. From deep. They grab their own miss. Passes to Cowboy. And again, Toronto no luck.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay. Physical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down
you know it.
The defense.
Oh, don't even try it.
Those kinds of looks.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Toronto?
Well, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from beyond. They have been really good from the three-point line.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Count the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Dellavedova is really good at finding.
Go, boy, go!
Windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play, utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking
Give me
their
that.
heads. You know what? He must have told him to be on the lookout for something special. Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Mozgov. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for LeBron. That's good. That's 12 points for Cowboy.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The drive by Smith. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Let
He
go!
didn't need as good a foul shooter as he is.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Toronto ahead. They're up by 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Powell is out there with Curry. Then it's Ellis. Then there's Buckets. And it's Booker in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5.
Let me get to the rim.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
I know, right?
Toronto calls timeout. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Cowboys checked in for the Raptors. Maverick comes. In for Curry. Raptors leading by 8. Here's Kirk.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
and that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. James against Ellis. Pass to Kirk. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Got a piece of it. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the
almost
assist
had
that
that
time.
block.
Smith's got 4 assists in the game.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Mark your clock right now. Just when you thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Yeah, but they're still in the driver's seat right now. I'm not sure the comeback is fully off just yet. One more transition bucket, though, and it could be.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have in a close game.
Going to the paint.
This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Irving kicks to Smith. Thompson in the corner.
I didn't even
And he
jump.
takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he
Oh,
does.
dang.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
From deep LeBron
Got my
to the
sensor.
paint. Thompson passes to Love. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to
What
pull
in the
away.
world?
Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play.
Oh, stop putting Curry in, bro.
Curry's checked in for buckets. Here's Curry. And the slam. Thompson did not like that.
It's like a slam dunk contest.
One of the reasons this team is in
This is
charge
going
of
to
this
become a
game
slam
right
dunk
Mark,
contest.
there is a swagger out here
Look at
on the
that ball,
court that they
Ah.
possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Without question, Maverick displaying his skills today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon.
Curry
They're searching for
out, bro.
answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
Stop chasing my guys. Oh dear, I ain't even.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
Buckets. He's checked in for Curry. Bryant. He's covered by Thompson. A nice shot by Booker.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting
Stop.
like that.
Not
Wide
many
open
empty trips for
there.
this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
Without question, Maverick displaying his skills today.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to
leave
have
me
to
wide
find a way to
open,
make
baby.
him
You
work
won't
harder
get
for his
that.
point.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Keep on leaving me wide open, so that's your fault. That ain't mine. The game ain't cheating for me, so.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. James kicks to Thompson.
Come on, boy.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the
It
excitement
don't matter.
right
It don't
now
matter.
he's playing the game with? I love it.
He can't
It don't
back
matter.
dunk
It
off
don't.
with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one. As he flipped the switch at halftime, much more effective
Give me
here
that.
in the second half.
On up the court. That's good.
Louder.
It's an 11-point Raptor lead.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Oh
James
no.
dishes to
Oh
Love.
no. He got him hit.
Here's Thompson. And
Oh
Tippett
no.
goes,
He's
jamming that one
down.
home.
don't matter.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to levitate. Yeah, levitate.
Oh
my God,
this funny. And then also to reverse it.
Yeah.
Kirk with the rebound. Mavericks got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Haston. That's it
oh my God.
Tonight. A hot 8 for 11 so far.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making
Give me that. No.
time.
And Love throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Toronto calls timeout. They're leading by 11. 1:27 left in the fourth. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Wasted no time on that one.
Oh, God, right in his face. Right in his face, bro. In his face.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're
you think you're doing what?
Because they can hit it even when you start to defend intensity. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority.
Oh, God. Give me that.
Can definitely be considered a statement win.
Give me that. There you go.
Yeah, might as well tack on a few more points to the lead, I guess. This is going to be a dominant
It's going to be 100 points again.
For it, Greg. Dominant. This one was as one-sided.
Oh, my God. Who's going to make the 100 points? Who's going to make the 100 points? I guess you going to make the 100 points.
Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg.
Nope, not
this
today.
This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
You thought you were going to win this from the beginning, but no.
Some nice ball movement here by the
I'm
Raptors.
sorry, boy.
Dishes it to Booker.
You just lost.
They get the rebound.
Okay. I got my Yeezy boots on. You know what's finna happen. I got my Yeezy. Oh, gosh.
Misses off the right iron.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face.
Got my Yeezy boots on. You know what's gonna happen then. Let's get it.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
Well, folks, the 2K Sports post-game show.
They ain't see for me.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before. But it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
Shot over.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
We school y'all. No, they ain't cheating nothing. We just too good at this game. We just too good at this game. Let me just check something out here. Batman. Batman's finally on.
now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you. Boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic. Cause I ain't got an image to uphold. It's real. I ain't got a gimmick, I just flowed it. The boy that set fire to the booth. In a game full of liars, it turns out that I'm the truth. Some say that rap's alive, it turns out that I'm the proof. Cause the ones y'all thought would save the day can't even tie my boots. The ones y'all thought can hang with me can't even let these words be my. I don't rhyme my. Before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I recall got me balling. Jordan, more than a rapper, this a natural disaster. Boy, I'm meaner than Katrina mixed with Gina. Shut up, Cole. This is for back home, homes. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad, it's sad. You went from bad to real bad. 2 kids that don't even know they real dad. Real sad, baby girl, I wish you still had it. Baby, you could get a taste of living Philmatic. It's cold, still at it. Y'all be talking about the same and how I feel about it. That's why I don't respect that. You talking cold planet.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm gonna beat you now too.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm
God, I do get it going. Come on.
Welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg in our sideline.
Push-ups. Come on.
Doris Burke. It's East versus West here in Toronto. The Raptors hope to put on a show for their hometown fans. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. Aldridge kicks to Duncan. And it's good.
Watch him foul him like a
Contact, it's
dummy.
the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you know, with Tim Duncan, there are no flaws in his game. He's even become a good free throw shooter now. He's averaged 76% from the line the last 3 seasons after being in the 60s much of his career.
Offensive rebound. Ellis outside. Passes it to Ryan. Here's Kirk. Pass to Ryan. 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
Now here's Parker. Duncan at the elbow.
Go ahead, ball. Go ahead.
There's the steal. Hastings takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. The Raptors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Kirk. He's covered by Leonard. Again, Toronto.
And the offense, I mean, 3 or 4, a solid start for this game.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And Parker, here we go. To halt the run. Leonard kicks to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. And it's Green missing.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively. And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Parker outside. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Spurs trail by 9. Over in the corner, Green. Green missing again.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody.
That's how you make a 3.
And that one's good.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Beating your butt already, boys.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
4 to 16, like it is.
Starting the spiral completely out of control. I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Diaz.
Oh, my God.
Where that pass was going, that is a
oh, my God. That's what I hate.
Some changes for Toronto.
They always
he's
do
jacked
this.
in for Ellis. And Curry subbed in for Maverick.
They always doing this. God. For sakes.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Everybody wants that. He's the guy
can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Ellis is checked in for the Raptors. Maverick comes in for Curry.
No. Stop reaching. I'm reaching. You know my line. You reach
7 points in the game.
You reach that piece. You reach a piece.
Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And
20
it's
to
good.
8, bro. That's just so nasty.
There's 126 left to play here in the first.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production.
On your big guys and everything, boy.
The opposite happened.
Too good.
West suffered his
Too good.
Scoring output in a decade. Only 12 points per game on 47% shooting.
Go, Ellis.
For the former All-Star. No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding.
Get that junk out of here.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning
go.
this game.
Damn.
So they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for David
Give me
West.
that.
Oh, Greg getting back. Even though his score is down, his playmaking is up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impact's winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
Green.
Really left alone that time.
Thank God, bro.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating.
My God,
this
is funny. Isn't it funny?
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
11-31 already. And we in the first quarter.
Long range, trading blows
the first quarter. The first quarter.
The shot is off.
Bruh.
And that's it for the...
Already 31 points.
And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continue.
I always try to improve it.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's
one
of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk.
He's
He
cold.
had his
You can't
and now we're talking about a guy
expect
who's going to be in the Hall of
one to
Fame.
get from uncold just like that. Take some mid-range shots.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback.
That's cool.
And guys, what do you think about the
Even if he was cold, he would have still made
They've
that.
set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Curry is out there with Powell. Then there's Buckets. Then it's Cowboy. And it's Booker in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
Dang it, my center was wide open.
No one near Curry as he lets it go.
Just let it go.
Toronto with the triple.
The D has got
Let it go.
the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of
It's
the
too
last
easy.
5
I'm gonna just let it
baskets
go.
they've allowed have come from beyond.
Can't make nothing, you guess we'll get out. You know that right now.
You mad?
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try.
All my
to
guys
shoot his
can
way
make
out
stuff up.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it.
Why you fouling
His
this?
teammates probably have other
Alright,
thoughts
so
in mind. The
I'm
last
actually
thing they want to
glad
see
to
him
talk
doing
about
is continuing to cast that jumper up.
The Spurs making a switch here.
Wow,
Mills
those
is
I
checked
had
in.
to cast that jumper
San
up.
Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they
All right,
keep
let's
giving
go.
up
I'm
those
ready.
kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Ellis is checked in for Toronto.
Give me that.
Maverick comes in for Curry. The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble
Oh,
at
God.
times on the road.
Oh,
22 and 19. Still
in
not
his
too bad.
face. In his face, bro.
4 in the second quarter, obviously.
Oh,
that
my
leads the
God.
challenge. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And fouled hard
Bro,
that
what you
time.
gonna
He'll
do?
get to the line and shoot 2.
He'll boat it down.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
And the second free throw, good. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just
got
playing
the LeBron James Christmas shoes on.
It shows you his commitment to winning.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And, guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc.
Let's go.
After having one of his best ever campaigns.
Keep on going.
That really just makes a coach pull his hair out.
43 to 14. This is just a blowout. This is just becoming a blowout.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Puts up a three. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
It don't matter.
Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his
I don't
contributions
call him
last
timeout.
year.
We in the
Parker was
freaking
hobbled.
lead
Corey
by a
Joseph was
lot,
still
like
learning.
for
Mills
real.
didn't put together consistent efforts.
Hey, dude.
Ended up losing
Hey, Batman.
because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
A little bit.
And the Raptors call time here.
I didn't know.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Giddy.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kirk. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that
dang, bro.
Anyway, Greg, I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Some terrific range. And 11 points for Maverick.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but
don't get messed up
before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
West is checked in for San Antonio. Martin comes in for Parker, and Leonard gets it to go.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
No good from Booker. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Oh,
and
no.
It's out of bounds. The Raptors will take
what
it
the heck are you doing?
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Damari Carroll's checked in for the Raptors.
21.
San Antonio also making some changes.
Give me that.
Boris Diaz
saw you, bro.
Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard.
Go there.
And it's Ginobili in for Patty Mills. The Raptors shooting their 5th free throw.
Wait, why are you saying Panther did? Oh, okay.
And what a tremendous game for Maverick. 12 points. And he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
And taken away by Ellis. Fast break. Here we go. No question. Power to
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Tell me where you going.
Just 2 to shoot. Dion. Toronto grabs the miss.
They have been born
down,
in this
bro.
game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
It's
Once
16.
again off the mark by San Antonio. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. And that one's good. 14 points for Ellis.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Yeah,
Martin kicks to Diaw to end the run.
I'm try to get 17.
Toronto grabs the miss. Bucket's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach.
Dude,
not just for the Spurs,
won't work.
but really
My Black
for all
Ops 3 won't
of the
work.
NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto.
You're lucky you're
Terrence Ross is checked in for Damari Carroll for Buckets. And Curry subbed in for Maverick. Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Come on, dude.
That'll be a 5-second call.
They've been careless and sloppy, and the turnovers have been a big problem.
Yeah, big reason they're trailing.
And
for the quarter, how about 9 points off of those turnovers?
Kicks to Powell.
Dude,
from deep 3-point range,
PlayStation Plus.
And the Spurs going the other way now. For the 3, and there's Green on the assist from David West. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Powell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
You don't even see the lead right now.
With the 3,
the lead right now. How much it is?
Martin from outside. No good on
Get
that
your
last
booty out of here, bro.
Dominating first hit.
Let's go.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Told you I'm gonna win this game anyway. I know, right?
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at it's Toronto with the advantage at the half.
I'm playing with
They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
Freaking cheap, but you would expected to win, duh.
Shut up,
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Oh, you finally made something.
Absolutely
you finally
in
made
control.
something
No
happen.
slowing down for Ellis. 16
you
points,
won no
and he's done his job
now.
at the charity
You won no
stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them.
Don't
They
get your
don't
ankle
come
broke,
easier than that,
don't
but
get
you've
your
got
ankle
to
broke,
get
Green.
yourself there first.
On the court for San Antonio.
Oh,
the
you
always
got lucky.
reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center, locking down the middle.
Come on.
Nobody
Dang,
near
why y'all
Parker.
leaving him wide
That's
open for
good,
3?
and it's Leonard with the assist.
All right,
Parker's got 5 now.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling,
Let's go.
the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Leonard on the wing, fires the
Right.
3.
Told
Toronto
y'all, stop leaving
grabs
them
the
wide
miss.
open, man.
Bucket's got 6
I want a
rebounds now
dunk.
in the game. Kawhi Leonard with another great
I
season
want a
last
dunk.
year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio.
Oh, don't jump. Don't jump.
Ellis against Parker.
Nope.
Here's the 3. And
Reach
the
our
Raptors
teeth.
hit again
Reach
from
our
deep.
teeth.
And just a
Boy.
little bit ragged
Right in
defensively
your
there.
face, though.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the
Give me that.
field
Give
to
me
start
get the
second half.
ball. Dang, bro.
And you know, for Leonard,
Bro,
you can add that
what
defensive
the
player
heck
of the
was
year
that?
award to his hardware list, and that
All right,
puts him
dude.
in elite
Oh,
company,
my
one
God.
of only 3
Oh,
players
my God.
to win defensive player of the year and finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan
All right, dude.
and Olajuwon.
All right, Batman.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a car for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact
why y'all
that
leaving them
Popovich
wide
has had
open
on
for
him
3s?
and that
Yo,
entire Spurs team.
they letting
That
everything
three-point
drop for him
percentage
now.
has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, That's going to be the ticket for him the rest of the way.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
It can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Well, getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard.
We're just playing a regular game.
He's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates.
Just a regular game
on the floor.
You're right. You're so right. Toronto calls timeout.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something.
Oh, come on, gang.
Beat up. He couldn't
let
that
guy
continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. West is checked in for Duncan. And Martin subbed in for Manu Ginobili.
You can't stop me.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
And Mills kicks it to West. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He still is
efficient as ever. They put
not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Powell, he's checked in for Ellis. And Curry subbed in for Maverick. Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them.
And Cowboy is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
They're taking all my good players. God dang. Let me change my player.
And so it's San Antonio with it. And the shot is good. Mills has got 9.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
The pass to Dion. Launches it. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Bucket's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
West guys still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
And the Raptors call time here. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Cowboys checked in for Damari Carroll. Ellis comes in. The Mavericks subbed in for Curry. And San Antonio also making a switch. Green's checked in. 1:21 left in the third. It's stolen by Green.
Yeah, another turnover. But guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues. Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Took him no time at all on that one. 16 points for Cowboy.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Dion can't hit.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Shots good by
Ellis.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just
Oh, my God, bro.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Booker the pass to Cowboy. Mills with the steal. Here's Diao.
Get that junk out of here.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Raptors running away with it. And
oh, he's mad. Oh, get him out of here. Oh, he's mad. He mad.
Back with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Toronto calls timeout. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. We've got Ellis. Booker out there with buckets. And there's Maverick. And it's Cowboy in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Kirk. Offline with his 3.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Ginobili misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Oh, gosh.
He dishes it to Aldridge. Easy layup after coming off the pit.
Oh, my God.
Aldridge has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Spurs. Here's Kirk.
Can't block me, boy.
And folks, those are hot.
Dang.
You just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Oh, God.
And he gets the bucket.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Haston.
Y'all wouldn't think a center could shoot a three-pointer, but there you go.
Up from outside. That's his second this half.
Now, here is Miller. Defense right on him. Aldridge up on top. Pulls it up. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Luis Scola.
Oh, my
He's
God.
checked in for Cowboy. Johnson comes in for buckets. Terrence Ross is checked in for Booker. And Curry subbed in for Maverick. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Anderson. That is good.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
He has been by far the career leader in assists among active players. Over 1,000 more assists than the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Cowboys checked in for Scola. Buckets comes in for Johnson. Booker, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. The Mavericks subbed in for Curry. Here's Kirk. The Raptors rebound. Here's Haston. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ginobili kicks to Miller. Nobody near Leonard. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
A nice shot by Aldridge. Here's Kirk. Here's Booker. Blanketed by the D, who fights to the rim for the layup. Here's Miller. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Fires at the elbow. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Kirk, no good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Stolen by Ellis. Here's Booker. It's good from long range. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Miller dishes to Diaz, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Damari Carroll's checked in for buckets. Ross comes in for Booker, and it's Powell in for Ellis.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Cowboy. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. It would have been really easy to pack it in.
Getting back to Diaw, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rack for a and one.
You know, he's a bit like Foreman, and I'm not talking about his body type.
Or the drill.
Yeah, you know, Diaw plays with you a little bit, puts that body on you, lulls you to sleep, then wham, shows you up in the worst way.
White is checked in for Toronto. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
They set the screen, and it's Miller penetrating. They get it back. Marjanovic. It's stolen by Carroll. Passes it to Cowboy. From deep, he connects.
And
just a terrific job of
that's a 3-point yard, baby. 2 hours and
And Greg,
8
those
9
fans had a
minutes.
hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the
Holy.
game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was
108
the
to
2K
72.
Sports postgame show.
We had that from the start. We had that from the start. Like.